We got Chris Gutierrez back here on the program. He's going to be taking on Ryan MacDonald at UFC Nashville on March 23rd. Chris, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm on my way to go see my son right now.
Excellent. That's good to hear, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time. It's good to catch up with you. I know half your team, Factory X, was in Vegas last week, and I was a little bit bummed that we didn't get to see you out there, but I imagine with this fight being so close, you probably felt it was best to stay back home.
Yeah. It would have been a really good thing to go see in live, but we all have our things coming up too, and we have to make some sacrifices too, to hopefully get into the position that Anthony was in one day.
Yeah. Have you talked to Anthony at all since the fight? Went the distance with John Jones. Very interesting matchup.
No, he's I think he's back home now. We haven't talked to him, but he's in good spirits. It sucks the way it played out, but you live and learn. There's lessons and you learn from them. I don't believe in losing. Losing is only, if you don't go back and correct the mistakes that you made. But it's not going to be the last time that they meet. And Anthony has said it himself. That's not going to be the only time him and John Jones meet, and it's not going to be the only time you see Factory X doing big things like that. That's just the beginning.
Yeah, no, I agree. A lot of up and coming talent in your gym. Let's talk about you. And I know the UFC debut didn't go your way, but like you said, it's always a learning experience. What did you take away from that fight against Raoni Barcelos?
I mean, I mentally wasn't in a good place. I'm going through a really nasty custody battle with my son, and just things weren't going well. And even now, I'm in a better place now because I'm able to realize that everything's a process, and the more I, get hung on the aspect as of why it's not going the way it should. Unfortunately, that's the way it is, and I just have to be patient and do my part, and that's what I've been doing. So, with that being said, with the Raoni Barcelos fight, it was just a mental thing. Unfortunately, the day of the fight, I just mentally kind of had a little breakdown, and it got the best of me. I defeated myself before I even stepped foot into the cage, and that's the honest truth.
And I know there's been some other changes with you outside the cage. Well, I know this happened right leading up to your fight, but I know you have a new management. You're with Iridium Sports now. How did that all come together with you linking up with them?
I just felt like it was a better move for my career as far as being with Iridium Sports. Just felt like the management team I was on wasn't on the ball, as much. And as far as being with the radio, man, everything that they've told me, they've kept their end of it. So, I keep my end of my deal. So, it takes two. So, they showed me that they can put out and they keep their word, and I like that.
One thing that's interesting is that initially you were supposed to fight Martin Day, and Martin Day is also managed by Iridium Sports. Was that a little weird at all? Did you have to have any conversations with Jason about that? I know you're not fighting him now, but how was it initially?
I mean, it was just like, hey, this opportunity, presented itself. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah, it's a fight, At the end of the day, at the end of the day, I don't know him. He doesn't know me. We're not teammates. So it's just business.
And now you're fighting Ryan MacDonald instead of Martin Day. Have you had to change much in your camp for the new opponent?
No, not at all. For this camp, like I said, man, I feel so good. I feel in a much better place mentally. I've just been working on myself, and with that being said, when you work on yourself, when you're at peace with yourself, everything kind of comes together. And I'm able to now do a lot of things. I'm able to learn a lot more and just be more open to learning and just enjoying the process, and that's one thing Coach Mark is very big on, and he instills that in us, to enjoy the process. And as far as Ryan MacDonald, I don't really care what he brings, what he's got. I really don't care, man. I could sit here and make things up.
Okay. Well, I like the honesty. I appreciate that. Let me ask you this about him though. Do you feel like the layoff for him is going to impact him? I mean, we haven't seen him since August. That is a bit of time off between his last fight and this one.
Do I feel like the layoff is gonna? I'm sorry, I didn't really hear you.
Oh no, I was just saying because he hasn't fought since August, and this fight's in March. That is a bit of time off in between fights. Do you feel like that's going to impact him?
Well, I mean, of course, ring time is very important. Ring time is very important. But I don't know. It depends what kind of person he is, what kind of character he is as far as being in the cage. I like to stay active, but it depends how you train. Also, man, we train so hard that every day is like, every day is like being in the cage. So it's very realistic. And tonight is actually a sparring night on Fridays, and our team, we do it just like a fight. You come in, you each your name's on the board. A certain amount of people, there's music and everything. The layout of it is so amazing. It almost feels like it's real. Like I get goosebumps talking about it because I don't know who I'm going to go up against, and the rounds are not easy. They're not like, not out there just, grab ass, and you're out there, really trying to get after it. And so, as far as he hasn't been inactive, like I said, I don't really care how he comes into the fight. I know what I'm going to do and what I'm bringing.
Who's going to be? Who do you have to face tonight in sparring? You mentioned it's kind of gets you goosebumps. So who are some of the guys? I imagine Devontae Smith, Yusuf Zalal, guys like that.
Yeah, of course. I got them big guys always, trying to hit me. But I mean, we got a lot of people. We got, Adam Martinez. They call him Mini Hunt. The guy just hits like a freaking Mack truck. We got a lot of, Brendan Royval. We got Sid, Markel. I mean, it's just a lot of different guys. It's got a lot of different looks as far as like my weight class, and everybody has different styles, and it's, you never know who you get matched against.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It's and that's a luxury. You get different looks ahead of a fight like this. You're put in different situations, which is great.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, there's never no surprises.
What are you using for recovery right now? What's getting you healing up those bumps and bruises during training camp?
Man, I've been using Terphouse, the CBD oils. I've never really been a believer of that until like, just a couple of months back, since he started sponsoring me, I gave it a shot. It was Derek Brendan who got me on it. Derek's now, he's back in New York, in upstate, but, I asked him, and he's very big on like pharmaceuticals, and I agree with it. Pharmaceutical companies, they're just, they're not out for your own, your good. They're really not. But man, as far as CBD oil, man, it just helps me recover. It helps, it keeps the brain firing. It just makes sure everything is just shooting on all cylinders, and I feel the recovery, and I'm not as in much pain, so I like it.
That's great. And how do you see this fight playing out on March 23rd?
How do I see it playing out? Me getting my hand raised.
That's it. Doesn't matter. You got to take care of business.
Yeah, I'm not a pick and choosy type fighter. I just, I get it how I can. So, however, I just know I'm gonna get the win. I really feel like I'm gonna get the win. I'm very confident in myself and my team and the preparation that I've put in, and I'm excited. I really am excited. I'm gonna bring it to this guy.
Okay, and we're looking forward to it. It's coming up here March 23rd. It is UFC Nashville. Chris, appreciate you taking the time, especially in the car, man. I always appreciate it. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
Yeah, you can find me on social media on Twitter, C Gutierrez MMA, on Instagram, Facebook, El Guapo MMA, Chris Gutierrez. It'll pop up on there. My sponsors, I want to thank Denver Chiropractor LLC, Dr. Trent, thank you. Terphouse. I want to thank Scott Cornaz, attorney at law in Texas, and of course, Virus. I want to thank my management team, Iridium Sports Agency. And a big thank you to all you guys. You guys make it happen. I appreciate it.